Assalamu Alykum, dear brothers and sisters. Our today's video is on Dan Gibson and his friends' misquotation from Bukhari Sharif and Tabari Sharif. Its title is Bukhari and Tabari Misquoted by Dan Gibson. Unlike the other good Christian writers on Islam, they misquoted Bukhari Sharif by referring to Bukhari 9, Hadis number 337, Bukhari 56, Hadis number 151. In fact, no such Hadis numbers are there in the Bukhari Sharif. They have deceived us in respect of Tabari too. Let us discuss the issues by turns. Dan Gibson and his friends misquoted as follows. The Prophet Muhammad would go forth for his affairs and journey far afield until reach the glens of Mecca, the beds of its valleys. Aisha Muhammad's wife mentioned that one of the men was longing for Mecca. Would that I would stay overnight in a valley filled with various kinds of grass. When we came to Mecca, we saw a town blessed with water and trees, and delighted with it settled. Watch time points 11 minutes 12 seconds to 11 minutes 30 seconds of the sacred city. Bukhari 9:337. They refer to this hadith to Bukhari 9:337. But be sure this is a misquote. Bukhari 9:337 is nowhere in the Bukhari Sharif. Book 9 of Bukhari Sharif is about the verses of the prayer hall, and it contains 28 hadiths ranging from 472 to 499. Hadith number 337 is not in the book 9 of Bukhari Sharif. It rather belongs to the book number 7 of Bukhari Sharif, and it is on alternative ablution with pure mud or sand. It reads as, Abdul Rahman bin Abza Ammar said to Omar, I rolled myself in the dust and came to the Prophet, who said, passing dusted hands over the face and the backs of the hands is sufficient for you. Bukhari 7:337. So the subject matter of real Bukhari and Dan Gibson's Bukhari is quite different. So what Dan Gibson and his friends say misquoting the hadith of Bukhari Sharif is 100% wrong and false. The video on the sacred city stands on falsehood. Here is another misquote. Al-Bukhari speaks of a prisoner who was eating grapes while he was chained in irons. And he says, this was not the time of fruit in Mecca. Bukhari 56:151. Watch time 11 minutes and 50 seconds of the sacred city. Again a misquote. Book 56 of Sahih al-Bukhari is on virtues and merits of the Prophet, peace be upon him, and his companions. The book starts with hadith number 659. Hadith 151 is absent from this book. Number 151 hadith is in book 4, relating to ablution, and the hadith describes Allah's apostles answering the call of nature So, those men are telling lies about Bukhari Sharif. I mean Dan Gibson and his friend are telling lies about Bukhari Sharif in the sacred city. What they say in these paragraphs are both mistakes and misfits. Not only Bukhari Sharif, they misquoted Tabari too. For example, Ibn al-Zubayr demolished the sanctuary until he had leveled it to the ground. Misquote. Dan Gibson and his friend misquoted Tabari to deceive the viewers. They mentioned the demolishing and not the rebuilding. Here is what Tabari wrote. Ibn al-Zubayr demolished the sanctuary until he had leveled it to the ground. And he dug out its foundation and made the hijr a part of it. The people used to make the ritual circumambulation outside the foundations and make the prayer while facing its side. He placed the black cornerstone by it in an ark, Zewot, in a strip of silk, and he put the sanctuary ornaments and the clothes and perfumes which he found inside it in the treasury of the sanctuary in the care of the doorkeepers, replacing them when he rebuilt it. History of At-Tabari, Volume 20, 122 to 123, Sani series. The case is very clear for a Muslim. Ibn Zubayr did not break the Kaaba. He only broke a wall to extend it and to rebuild it. That is the message of Tabari. And to keep this message hidden from the general mass, Dan Gibson and his friend excluded the major part of the sentence from their quotation. They refrained from quoting the part of rebuilding. They are sure that a very few people would read Tabari's history, and the majority people would be misguided to finally leave Islam or to refrain from embracing Islam. Dear viewers, if you find the video good, please like it, comment on it, share it, and subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching the video. Allah Hafiz.